Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Alrighty, good evening everyone, and welcome to another night here on the poll here on Fleeger Farm TV. I am your host, Adam Fleeger, as we get ready to roll here tonight with the SimLab 100 from the Lightning Esports. We're waiting to see who's out all on track right now. Trying to figure this out here. We got Sean Burke out there somewhere. There he is. What the heck? Why is this not working the way I want it to? There we go. There's Sean Burke in the number 93 here this evening at Dover. We come roaring down the backstretch here into corner number 3 and 4. Around he comes back out onto the front stretch. Do you hear anything now? You should be hearing things there, Pottles. Are we good here? I'm showing that we're good. We got Jeffrey Vickery coming out on track. Let me know, guys, there in the chat if you can hear me okay. If not, I'll have to dig around and figure out what is going on. But we should be okay as we come down here into the back stretch, or front stretch rather, following the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery as he heads down here into corner number 1. Jason Henry rolling down a 24.506 for a quick time right now, as others are rolling in. Thank you there for the information, as we are here with Fleeger Farm TV, and I didn't realize that I didn't readjust that, as we are trying something here tonight for the first time on Fleeger Farm TV. We're going to see if we can go and get our camera to work on top of the car. So bear with us as we work through that a little bit tonight. As we're going to try it. Oh, nope. Where is it? Ah. There it is on this truck. We'll have to see here on how that works. But Robert Kahn out on track right now. And that number 21 machine as we come down the backstretch here for him. Robert Kahn out there with a 23.636 for a quick time. Jeffrey Vickery with a 23.648 here tonight. Chris Littroll there with a 23.764. Looks like we got a decent field here for us at Dover. As everything's getting ready to roll here. A lot of drivers still on track, trying to get their times on board here. There you see Chris Littroll at the end of his run. There is the number 30 of Jeff Oakes, as Jeff Oakes here tonight is rolling around. Looks like he's finished his run with a 24.001 is what Jeff Oakes laid down. Try and see if anybody else is going to take the time to qualify. We've got 30 seconds left. So I'm going to say nobody else is going to qualify. So that's going to set us up for the grid here tonight. It looks like Robert Kahn's going to take the pole position here this evening. And the grid's going to look like this. Robert Kahn out there in front. On pole with Jeffrey Vickery there in second. In that number 51, that is your front row. Row number 2 is going to be on the inside with Chris Littroll. Starting third with Corey Stahl on the outside, starting fourth. Jeff Oakes in fifth tonight on the inside. Row number 3 in that number 30. Chantel Pottle there in the number 5 machine on the outside, starting in sixth. And row number 4 here tonight on the inside is going to be Jason Henry in that number 10. And to his outside in the 8th position is going to be William Ridgway. And row number 5 on the inside in 9th position is going to be Robert Warnez in the number 95. Justin Reynolds to his outside starting in 10th. Row number 6, that's going to be Dennis Warnez down there in 11th position on the inside. And to his outside in 12th is going to be Sean Burke. And row number 7 is going to be Thomas Ridgway on the inside, starting 13th. And that number 4 machine with Shane Ledoux to his outside, starting in 14th. Sean Long in the number 98 on the inside of row number 8, starting in 15th. And to his outside, starting 16th, is Chris Schosler. And that is your grid here tonight. So 16 trucks will take the grid, currently showing 15 on the board. There we go, all 16 there. Okay, there was a couple more missing there than what I thought. We got them all on board now, ready to roll here off of pit road, as you see them all lined up there. 100 laps is the distance here tonight. Now we're coming around on the formation lap, getting everybody ready to rock and roll here this evening. Robert Kahn, as we said, is the leader on the pole here tonight in that Freightliner number 21 Toyota Tundra here this evening. Should be a great race here tonight as we get started going around Dover. Let's see if we can dig up a little bit of facts on Dover here. Well, before we do that, how about we get the race info here for the evening, as we are here with, well that's the wrong date, about 10 days wrong. There we go. Now we're better. October 27th here this evening. We got the track length of just over a mile long. Track temperature is 126 degrees Fahrenheit. For an ambient temperature, we got 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 45% humidity with partly cloudy and 2-mile-per-hour winds. As we are green flag racing here tonight for the SimLab 100 as they come down the front stretch here. And already it looks like a couple trucks are trying to get a little loose coming off of 4 there at the start, as Robert Kahn does a real good job getting out there to the early lead down here onto the backstretch now. Everybody's starting to single file out as we got them going. Double file back here, trying to keep it together. There you see Chantel Paulo up there on the high side in that number 5, making a rocket around the number 00 of Chris Littrell, as Jeff Oakes is back there in 6 as he's still fighting on the outside there. That looks to be now right behind them William Ridgway and Jason Henry fighting through off of the corner number 2 down the backstretch here. Side by side there behind them as we were on board there with Jason Henry. Down here through the corner. Off of corner 4, down onto the front stretch into corner number 1 and 2. Paudle's now there in 4th, looking as she wants to try to get to the outside there of Corey Stahl as they work down the front stretch. Now dives it back almost to the inside, but chooses not to. Looking to the outside once again as they come through 3 and 4. 3 and 4 back around onto the front stretch. Robert Kahn, still our leader, out front. Followed by Jeffrey Vickery, Corey Stahl, Chantel Paudle there in 4th, Jeff Oakes in 5th. Down here in off of 4 once again, back around. And we are on lap number 5 here already of the SimLab 100 as they work down here through 1 and 2. And Paudle getting really loose, had to chase it back up into the outside wall there, down the backstretch. That's going to lose a lot of momentum there out of that 5 machine as she drops back into 5th. Luckily doesn't drop back any farther as they come down here through the front stretch down here into corner number 1. Now we're back here now looking at the 90 of Dennis Warnez back here towards the back, trying to find his way up there towards the front. Lost 1 position so far. Nobody's really made a big move so far. Nobody's really lost a whole lot as well as they work down here off of corner number 4, down around onto the front stretch once again, back underneath Barney in the flag stand as we're now on lap number 7 as they work down here into corner number 1 once again. We'll go ahead and throw that track map up so you guys can keep track of your driver the best you can as they start to spread out some here at Dover. Down here through the corner, that 21 of Robert Kahn still out front with Jeffrey Vickery there in 2nd, Corey Stahl there 3rd, Jeff Oakes in 4th with Chantel Paudle there 5th. Chris Littrell there 6th with William Ridgway there 7th, Jason Henry there 8th, Robert Warnez back here in 9th as we're currently rolling through here with Justin Reynolds rounding out your top 10 here this evening. Now we're looking there at the number 90 of Warnez. There's the 93 in front of him, Sean Burke. As they come down here off the 4, down here through the front stretch. They're trying to get up there into the top 10 if they can. They're right there behind the 95. Robert Warnez, who's currently 9th. Right there behind him is the number 94 of Justin Reynolds. So we got 93, 94, 95 in the reverse order. From 9th through 11th, it's 95 and 9th, 94 and 10th, and 93 and 11th right now as it stands as we work here through corner number 2, back out onto the backstretch. And you can see just the gap that's happening from the front 5 trucks. Maybe 6 trucks. We've got the 39 and the 10 starting to battle back here a little bit. Possibly as the 10 of Jason Henry looks to try to see if he can get the momentum to get up there to Chris Littrell. Or not Chris Littrell, but William Ridgway in that 39. They're still pretty tight back here. Ninth on back. They come off down here into corner number 3 and 4. Back across the front stretch. Back on the corner number 1 here. Everybody's looking really good here. Lap number 12 on the board as we head down here into corner number 1 and 2, down onto the backstretch. That said, we'll go ahead and see if we can dig up some packs here on Dover. Formerly known at some point as Dover Downs International Speedway. From 69 to 2002, then it switched in 2002 to the Dover International. From 69 to 90, from 1969 to 94, it was an asphalt track, but since 95, it's been concrete, which is going to really give these drivers a little bit of a handful as they work these tires in, and the tires wear off a little bit. It's definitely going to get a little slicker out there, as concrete is a little bit more slipperier than the asphalt counterpart. Turns are 24 degrees banking with straights at 9 degrees. So that's a 24-degree bank as we come through the corner, and then it comes to a 9-degree bank down the front straightaway. As Dover is here, the Monster Mile. I thought there was a nickname to it. I just couldn't remember what Dover was, and it is the Monster Mile. And in outside the racetrack, everybody's ever been there. That is the they do have a statue of Monster Miles the Monster outside of the racetrack. Over here, lap number 18 now out of 100 as we're watching Jeffrey Vickery go around here. Right behind him is Corey Stahl. And like we said, those front four trucks are really spaced out here. And it looks like we've got them even more spaced out coming through 6th, 7th, 8th, or 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. There's Jason Henry in 8th with Robert Warnez there in 9th. Broke away from Sean Burke there in 10th. Justin Reynolds there 11th. Dennis Warnez back here in 12th. Sean Long in 13th. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that has anybody around him, and right there we do. As the 4 of Thomas Ridgway looks to the inside of Chris Schosler as we come down here in the corner at number 1. But Schosler right there, as we're on board with Schosler, Ridgway right behind him. Schosler looking to see if he can gain some momentum and get up there to Shane Landau. We come down here in the corner, number 3 and 4, back around here. We are getting definitely strung out here at the Monster Mile of Dover as we come down the front stretch now. Watching Thomas Ridgway back here in that number 16th spot and at number 4. William Ridgway up here in 6th. Looks like he's going to challenge Pottle for that 5th position now as they come there off of 4 back around onto the front stretch. Pottle's up high, going to give the run down there on the front stretch down here in the corner number 1. We got William Ridgway there in the Lonely Ford once again this week as they work off of 2 down the backstretch. Pottle really having to hang on to it down the backstretch as she gets a little loose down here through corner number 3 and 4 back around to the front stretch. Robert Kahn, still your race leader here at lap number 22 with Jeffrey Vickery there in 2nd, Corey Stahl 3rd, Jeff Oakes there 4th, William Ridgway there 5th with Chantel Pottle there 6th, Chris Littrell 7th with Robert Warnez there 8th, Jason Henry there 9th, and Sean Burke there in 10th. Everybody's trying to keep the trucks going straight here tonight. And we're slowly getting a ring around Dover here tonight as the front of the pack starting to gain on the back of the pack. And back there at the back, that is the 61 of Chris Schosler as it stands right now. Looks like Schosler is going to bring it on the pit road here at lap number 23. That's going to put him a lap down here as the leaders come roaring by here across the stripe down there across the front straightaway. As coming out of 2, that is going to be Robert Kahn, still your leader in that Toyota Tundra number 21 Freightliner machine. As we're here watching a battle between the 00 of Chris Littrell and the 95 of Warrenez. As Warrenez gets a nice run around Chris Littrell. Down there in the corner, number 3 and 4 they go. Down around, back onto the front stretch. Now we got the 10 of Jason Henry. Where is he going to go? Is he going to try to get around to 00 as well? As they work off of 1 and 2 back onto the back stretch. Jason Henry there in 9th. We look back there a little farther. We're looking at the 93 of Sean Burke as he gets on there with the number 10. Jason Henry looking to the outside there. That is the 94 of Justin Reynolds, maybe possibly looking to see if he can make a pass. They work down here in the corner. Number 3 and 4 back around onto the front stretch. Your leader still Robert Kahn. The second is Corey Stahl with Jeffrey Vickery now in 3rd. Jeff Oakes there in 4th. William Ridgway in 5th here at lap number 27 as they come out of the corner, making it lap number 28. And we still got Chris Stroessler down there on pit road. So unsure exactly what's going on with Chris Stroessler at the moment, whether or not he'll make a return here tonight or not. That is yet to be seen as we're watching all these trucks around the Monster Mile here tonight of Dover. Down here through corner 1 and 2 onto the backstretch, heading towards 3 and 4. And it looks like Paulo might have got it loose once again coming off of the corner number 2. And we're going to start seeing that quite a bit as these tires wear in. As we're here at lap number 30, or 29, soon to be 30. As it looks like Chris Stroessler is back out on track, but just ahead of the leaders as he comes out of corner number 4. Down there through corners 3 and 4 goes the pack, as it looked like Sean Burke was going to try to make a run at the number 10, but could not quite do it. The 94 there of Justin Reynolds is there as well. Here comes the 93 to take a shot down to the inside. As well as that 90, or I'm sorry, no, the 4 machine of Thomas Ridgway, seeing if he can make a shot. Pretty sure that's the 4 machine sitting back there. Thomas Ridgway. No, it's not. There's the 98. That is the 90. I'm sorry, that is the 90 of Dennis Warnez that I was looking at, not the 4 of Thomas Ridgway, as he was a little farther back. And we got side-by-side racing there between Chris Littrell and Chantel Paulo, as Paulo has fallen back a little bit more now and has fallen back here in the 8th. Coming down off of 4, back around onto the front stretch, losing time here to the front of the pack as they're all starting to get bunched up here on going through 1 and 2. And we see the 51 there, Jeffrey Vickery getting a little loose as the 39 of William Ridgway closes in on him as they work around off of 4, back around onto the front stretch. He's going to look to the inside of the 51 this time. Ridgway trying to make a pass down here through 1 and 2 as he's got that 39 machine down there on the inside. The 51 of Jeffrey Vickery up there on the outside closest to the wall. As that forward machine of William is trying to find its way towards the front as he gets the pass done, and he is up in the 3rd position here tonight. As there you can see the crossover there from the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery, not wanting to give that position up, so dives to the inside, cannot quite get it done as Ridgway now takes over that 3rd spot for sure, coming off of 2, back out onto the backstretch, and there you see just a little bit of movement out of that 51 of Jeffrey Vickery as he heads off of turn number 2. The 30 of Jeff Oakes is down there on pit road as the leader comes by. Now, green flag pit stops to be underway. And just in case anybody is wondering, for tonight's cautions, if we were to have them, they were going to be sponsored by Mission 22 here this evening. Down here through corner number 3 and 4. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 and 2. Back out onto the backstretch. We got Robert Kahn out there in front. Corey Stahl there second. William Ridgway there third. Jeffrey Victory fourth. Robert Warnez there fifth. Chantel Pottle. Whoa, no. Robert Kahn now hit the barrier coming in. Hopefully that's not too much damage, but he did hit that barrier coming into the pits. I kind of heard the smack there as he was coming in. I don't know if anybody else on the listening to the broadcast heard it, but I'm almost positive I heard that front right quarter panel clip as he come into the pits. And it does look like there's a little bit of damage there to the right side of that machine. Just a little bit crumpled in there. He may have, yeah, there you saw it pop back out. So I thought I heard him hit. Now that's going to hand the lead over to Sean Burke. Dennis Warnez there in second. So this is really going to spread everybody out as there's a lot of trucks on pit road. We're going to see who's going to come out a lap down, who's going to stay on lead lap. With these green flag pit stops, it's going to be very hard to follow here. As there we see Sean Burke coming in, Dennis Warnez coming in, Justin Reynolds coming in. Robert Warnez still on pit road. Shane Ledoux on pit road. Here comes Jeff Oakes over to take the lead. Out there in front in at number 30 with Robert Kahn trying to chase him down there in second. And if you see that track map up there in the right-hand corner of your screen, you can see just how spread out these drivers are right now as we're heading around the Monster Mile here tonight. On second place here with Robert Kahn as they come across the front straightaway. Jeff Oakes takes the lead. Robert Kahn takes second. William Ridgway back in the third spot with Jeffrey Vickery there in fourth. Chris Schossler back there in 16th. Corey Stahl in 15th. Corey Stahl down 11 positions from where he started this race, so currently sitting at our Hard Luck Award. Sean Burke up 6 spots from where he started. William Ridgway up 5. As it stands right now with some more shuffling around, William Ridgway is our biggest mover at 5 spots. Corey Stahl ended up falling back in the 16th as he is out of this race. Down here through corner number 4, down here on to the 3 and 4, back around onto the front stretch. You're watching Dennis Warnez there in 10th with Thomas Ridgway there in 11th. Down here in the corner number 1. And here we go. Off corner number 2 here, down here onto the backstretch. All through the front stretch, there we are. Jeff Oakes coming off of corner number 4, gets a little loose. Continuing down here through the front stretch into corner number 2. As followed by line there with Robert Kahn. There with a pink truck there in the middle of them. Trying to see who's a lap down, who's not. As Shane Ledoux is a lap down. Soon to be Sean Long a lap down. As everybody's trying to stay straight. There you saw a little wiggle out of the Jeff Oakes, out there on front in that number 30, did put Sean Long a lap down. as they work here off of corner number 2, or I'm sorry, no, off of corner number 4. Back onto the front stretch. As we're on board here. Down here across, and it's gonna be Jeff Oakes out there in front still. Robert Kahn now at his bumper as he comes down corner number 3 and 4. Out here on to the front straightaway. Got the 61 there of Chris Schosler kind of getting in the way a little bit, but got out now coming down here into corner number 1 and 2. Robert Kahn right there at the bumper of Jeff Oakes. Off of 2, Robert Kahn getting the run down on the inside of Jeff Oakes as they head down here into corner number 3 and 4. Robert Kahn doing a great job as he works really, really well up here on the front straightaway. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2 once again, and then Robert Kahn takes the lead here at lap number 50. Down the back stretch, Jeff Oakes there in second, William Ridgway here in third. Jeffrey Vickery sitting here in fourth with Robert Warnez sitting fifth. Chantel Pottle in sixth. Side by side, you see the 61 going a lap down there again with Jeffrey Vickery in the 51 up here in fourth position. Getting around down here through off of 2 down here on to corner number 1. I'm sorry, down here on the corner 3 and 4. We're now back in the heading down the front straightaway. Everybody doing what they can. Shane Ledoux crashed somehow. We'll take a quick look at it here on the pole instant replay. So coming off of pit road, it looks like. He tried to bring it up on the track. Now he's bringing it down, and he's going to just park it there on the inside wall, and he might call it done. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what happened there to Shane Ledoux in that number 12 machine, as it looks like he is out. Ridgway up to second now as he got around Jeff Oakes in that 30 machine. And the 61 there of Chris Schosler is 5 laps down, doing what all he can. Down here off of 2. Robert Kahn, William Ridgway, Jeff Oakes, Jeffrey Vickery, Robert Warnez, your top 5 here at lap number 55 as Robert Kahn is back out front leading once again here in the SimLab 100 for the Lightning Esports Racing League here this evening. Bring it to you here live from Dover here tonight. The wonderful Monster Mile with Robert Kahn still leading it out there. Hasn't really looked back. He's qualified on pole and really hasn't looked back. The only time he lost the lead a little bit was whenever he decided that he needed a pit stop and ended up behind this man in that 30 machine, Jeff Oakes. And now Jeff Oakes has fallen back. And I think part of that is Jeff Oakes pitted at lap number 34. Robert Kahn and William Ridgway pitted at lap number 37. So this is going to be interesting to see how all this plays out here. Robert Kahn out there in front. William Ridgway there in second. Jeff Oakes there third. Jeffrey Vickery there fourth with Robert Warnez as we're watching them there in fifth. Chantel Pottle sixth. Seems to have a few struggles here and there tonight. But everybody getting back in line. Everybody's done a really, really good job here, considering being over halfway now. As now they work here off of corner number 4. We're watching the battle there between Chantel Pottle and Sean Burke. A lot of fast-paced racing going on. As we're on board here. Doing what we can to see about getting up there to Chantel Pottle. Pottle getting loose. Lynn behind. As we look here, that's going to be the 90 coming up on them. As we're on board here with the 93. Sean Burke. Robert Kahn down here into the corner. Side by side, here they come off. There's the 4 of Thomas Ridgway going a lap down as Kahn and William Ridgway get around them. And off of 4 down here across the front straightaway. Ridgway and Kahn slowly putting drivers' laps down here. Robert Warnez back here as well, trying to fight through. You got the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery still trying to fight. And on board here with Jeff Oakes. As he comes down here through corner number 1 and 2. William Ridgway here in second. Robert Kahn out there in front. William Ridgway there second. Jeff Oakes here third. Jeffrey Vickery in fourth. Robert Warnez in fifth right here on lap number 65 of 100. And Ridgway is right there once again at the bumper of Robert Kahn as they work down here through corner number 3 and 4, back around the front stretch, down into corner number 1 and 2. As they come on down through. Kahn and Ridgway out there battling very hard for the front lead as Ridgway is right there at the bumper of Robert Kahn. Jeff Oakes a little farther back, trying just to get up there, find some way to get that number 30 machine back up there towards the front, but he's currently sitting in third, but that 51 of Jeffrey Vickery is slowly closing in on him. Back here in fourth, Robert Warnez rounding out your top 5 as it stands right now in that number 95 machine. As it looks like Chris Schosler is down on pit road along with Chantel Pottle. Already made a stop and back out onto the racetrack. As Schosler still winding his way down here into his pit stall. Robert Kahn a little bit loose coming off of corner number 4 as William Ridgway comes down here through 1 and 2 on the bottom side of Robert Kahn. They're battling now off of 2. Robert Kahn up into the outside wall. That might help Ridgway there a little bit as they come down here into corner number 3. As Ridgway now takes across, and it looks like Robert Kahn had to lift a little bit to help that truck turn down there through corner number 1 and 2. The 98 back there, that is Sean Long, who is a lap down, and they set their sights now on Jason Henry as they come down here through 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. William Ridgway, your leader. We're looking back here now at Sean Burke. Back up here at Robert Kahn. Looks like Jason Henry pulled it into the pit road. Jeff Oakes also down pit road. Chris Lickrow and Thomas Ridgway. And also Robert Warnez, who was running fourth, has also pulled it down on the pit road. So we got green flag pit stops underway once again here at lap number 70 with 30 laps to go. Here comes your leaders back around onto the front stretch. William Ridgway up 7 positions. Robert Kahn down 1 as he started on pole and now is currently sitting there in second. Jeffrey Vickery there third. Sean Burke in fourth with Dennis Mornez currently sitting there in fifth. As they work down here off of corner number 1 and 2. As it seems like everybody's doing a really wonderful job. Keeping it together down here through the corner. Jeffrey Vickery up there in second. Robert Kahn there third. Sean Burke there fourth. And it looks like William Ridgway down on pit road now with Robert Kahn, Dennis Warnez, and Sean Long getting ready to come out of the pits, I would think. There comes the 90 out. 98 getting left side tires right now. There's William Ridgway, Robert Kahn, Chantel Pottle still on pit road. Jeffrey Vickery out front in at number 51. Now locks it up. Going to try to make it to pit road. Oh, boy. What a close call there for the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery as he almost slapped them water barrels coming in the pit road. 26 laps to go here in the Monster Mile. As Jeff Oakes now comes down here to take the lead in that number 30 machine once again. As he there at the back of the 94. And the number 94 is last car on the lead lap. That's Justin Reynolds. And in front of them is the next car is Jason Henry there in the number 10. That yellow machine right in front of the 94. William Ridgway come out of pit road. He's sitting there second. Robert Warnez sitting here in third now. What happened to Robert Kahn? As it looks like he dropped back here in the fifth. Now going around the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery to get back up into fourth. He's got some work cut out for him back here toward the back. He's got to get around some lap traffic and things to get back up there to try to fight for the lead. As he's got Robert Warnez here third now. Ridgway up here in second. Both of those drivers up 6 positions from where they started tonight's race. With Jeff Oakes there in first. Leading them down through corner number 1 here. Off of 2. Down that backstretch. 23 laps to go. Here in the SimLab 100. I'd love to hear input from the viewers, too. If you have any things that you want mentioned, or let us know who you're cheering on out there. Watching Fleer Farm TV here tonight, watching this episode of On the Pole. Now we rocket here through 3 and 4, back around onto the front stretch. Ridgway now has caught Jeff Oakes. Jeff Oakes is stuck behind some lap traffic there. Looks like William Ridgway is going to try to use him as a pick if he can, as he gets a good, decent run off of 2, looking to the inside of Jeff Oaks. Now, the thing that's going to help him is the newer tires, as there is about 4 laps fresher tires between Ridgway and Oaks, but Oaks just not wanting to give it up as he's working hard on that outside lane. Ridgway has found a way to work that bottom side here tonight as the race has gone on. 20 laps to go as they work down the back straightaway. The 10 of Jason Henry, we saw in front of these guys, get a little loose coming off of 2, down here through 3 and 4. William Ridgway out front as your leader with Jeff Oaks there second, down here across, making it 19 laps to go. As Ridgway now works underneath the lap machine at the 94, Justin Reynolds. Justin Reynolds finally gives way to the leaders. As now Jason Henry looks in the mirror and sees William Ridgway coming along. We'll see if he gets out of the way or if he's going to try to block him a little bit down the front straightaway here, down into corner number 1 and 2. Now we got 18 laps to go. The 10, okay, coming off of corner number 2 that time as they head down through corner number 3 and 4. There you're seeing William Ridgway as he's fighting there along behind Jason Henry. You don't want to get caught up too long in case, Jeff Oaks gets a sudden movement of steam down here through these final laps as we're here on lap 17 to go. As we work down the backstretch, William Ridgway getting a run underneath Jason Henry, putting him a lap down now. Now only 8 drivers are on the lead lap as we come off of 4, back across the stripe with 16 now to go. Jeff Oaks sitting there in second. He's still got a few drivers that he's got to try to work around. As it looks like he did finally get around the 94 of Justin Reynolds, but now he's got to try to gain the momentum, gain the speed, and get up there and get around that number 10 of Jason Henry. Down here through the corner, and Ridgway is looking underneath of the 00 of clear slip roll now, putting a few more trucks between him and Jeff Oaks. "13 laps to go in the SimLab 100 here tonight." As they head down here through the corner, down here down the back straightaway. Everybody looking really, really good here tonight. We see Ridgway doing all he can out there in front. Jeff Oaks there second. Robert Warnez sitting here third. Robert Kahn really trying to eat that track up here as he tried to beat his way back up there into the top 3. But he's got a little bit to go to try to catch that 95 of Robert Warnez. Yeah, he works there off the corner. I mean, he might be, he's slowly catching him. Yeah, he's slowly catching him as there's 2 seconds there between them. Between Oaks and Warnez, the gap is closing. It's now a half a second between Oaks and Warnez. So Warnez is going to try to see if he can get up there and battle for that second position, which is going to move Oaks back into the firing line of Robert Kahn, if Robert Kahn can get up there. As they head down here through 3 and 4, 1 and 2, with 10 laps to go down here through off of corner 2 down the backstretch. We're watching there of Robert Kahn down here through corner number 1 and 2. or I'm sorry, 3 and 4. Boy, I'm getting really flipped around here as we come down here off of corner number 4 down the front straightaway. The 61 gives way to the leaders. You got the 51 there of Jeffrey Vickery chasing down the 21 of Robert Kahn. That is going to be a position there if he can get up there. That's going to slow Robert Kahn down if the 51 can get around him. As Jeff Oaks and Robert Warnez are trying to battle here for that second position. Trying to keep tabs on the battles as William Ridgway is pretty well locked in out front there. Down here, 2 laps to go. William Ridgway out front. Sorry about that there. I needed to catch my breath a moment. As the racing's been quite well here with Robert Warnez there second. Jeff Oaks there third. Jeffrey Vickery here fourth. Robert Kahn. And it's soon going to be 1 lap to go as William Ridgway comes across that flag stand there. As we got the battle going on for second with Robert Warnez, Jeff Oaks. Great run there from Robert Warnez to get back up there and trying to battle here. Jeff Oaks there in the 30. Robert Kahn looks like he's going to end up finishing here tonight in that 5th position. Dennis Warnez coming around to finish 6th. Sean Burke there in 7th. Justin Reynolds there 8th. Jason Henry 9th. With Chris Lipper looking like he's going to come across in 10th. So we'll get the results up here as soon as they come in. Here they go. William Ridgway finishing tonight there in 1st with Robert Warnez 2nd. Jeff Oaks there in 3rd with Jeffrey Vickery finishing tonight in 4th. Robert Kahn finishing in 5th. Dennis Warnez there 6th. Sean Burke in 7th. Justin Reynolds finishing tonight in 8th with Jason Henry in 9th. Chris Littrell rounding out your top 10 here this evening with Sean Long there in 11th. Thomas Ridgway in 12th. Chris Schulzler there 13th. Chantel Paul finishing tonight in 14th with Shane Ledoux in 15th. Corey Stahl rounding out in 16th here tonight. That is your finishing order. We'll see if we can get with some of the drivers for their after race interview here. We'll see who we got sitting around here. We're looking for William Ridgway, Robert Warnez, and Jeff Oakes. And not quite seeing them here to do interviews with. We'll go ahead and say goodnight here. And we're going to see if we can, hopefully everybody joins us again next week as we get ready to roll here. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the racing here on the pole. As everybody did a great job. Caution-free night. And as we said before, if we were going to have a caution tonight, it was going to be brought to you by Mission 22. Again, thank you, drivers, for a wonderful night of racing. Hopefully everybody that was watching enjoyed their race very much, as we are going to go ahead and sign off here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. to bring you the Roughneck Racing James Wagner Welding Xfinity Series. We'll see you then.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wraps. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wraps to get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wraps, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Bye.